Hello, science fans and future creators. Today we're going to explore something truly amazing: software development. Now that might sound like a big, complicated phrase, but I promise you it's something you already use every single day. Think about the apps on your phone, the websites you visit, or the video games you play. All of those things were built by people using a special set of instructions. That's what software is. It's a collection of commands and logic that tells a computer, a phone, or even a car what to do. It's the invisible magic that makes our digital world work, from sending a message to a friend to watching a video of a volcano erupting online. So, what is a software developer? Well, a developer is like a digital architect and a construction worker all rolled into one. They are the people who design and build that software. They write the instructions, which we call code, using special languages that computers can understand. It's a lot like writing a recipe. A recipe has a list of ingredients and a set of step-by-step instructions to make a delicious cake. In the same way, a developer writes code with specific commands in a logical order to create a useful app or a fun game. They are problem solvers, thinkers, and builders, creating the tools and experiences that shape our modern lives. Consider this. When you tap a button on your screen to like a photo, you're kicking off a whole chain of events that a developer planned out. It's a powerful combination of creativity and logic, art and science. Now that we know what software development is, you might be asking, Bill, why should I learn it? That's an excellent question. The world is changing faster than ever, and technology is at the heart of that change. Learning to code is like getting a backstage pass to the future. It gives you a fundamental understanding of how the digital world is built. This knowledge is incredibly valuable, no matter what you want to do in life. Whether you want to be a scientist, an artist, a business owner, or a doctor, understanding how software works will give you a huge advantage and help you bring your ideas to life in new and innovative ways. Think about all the fields that are being transformed by software. Scientists use code to analyze massive amounts of data from space telescopes or to model climate change. Artists create stunning digital art and interactive installations using programming. Farmers use software to monitor crop health and operate smart irrigation systems. By learning to code, you're equipping yourself with a universal tool for problem solving. It teaches you how to think logically, break down big challenges into smaller, manageable parts, and approach problems with a structured, step-by-step mindset. These skills are incredibly useful in every aspect of your life, not just when you're sitting in front of a computer. It's a superpower for the 21st century. All right, team, let's get down to business. You're ready to start your coding adventure, but where do you begin? The first step is to choose a programming language. Now, don't be intimidated. Think of programming languages like different tools in a toolbox. You'd use a hammer for a nail, and a screwdriver for a screw. Similarly, different languages are good for different tasks. For a beginner, pick a language that's easy to learn. Also pick one with a friendly community. You want a language that shows results quickly to stay motivated. Two fantastic choices are Python and JavaScript. Friendly-looking snake giving a thumbs up, Python. Coffee cup with a lightning bolt giving a thumbs up, JavaScript. Let's talk about Python first. Python's syntax is simple and reads like plain English. That simplicity helps you grasp core concepts without weird symbols. Python is incredibly versatile. Scientists use Python for data analysis. Engineers use Python for automation. Developers use Python to build the back end of websites. Because it's so popular, there are countless free tutorials, videos, and books. Now, JavaScript. If you've clicked a button on a website, that's JavaScript. You can build things you see and interact with almost immediately. You don't need to install special software. Run JS right in your browser. Pick one that sounds interesting to you and dive in. Once you've picked a language, it's time to find your guide. In the old days, you might have needed to go to a library and find a giant dusty textbook. But today, we live in a golden age of online learning. The internet is filled with incredible and often free resources designed specifically for beginners. These online courses and tutorials are your personal instructors, available 24/7, ready to teach you at your own pace. You can pause, rewind, and re-watch lessons as many times as you need until a concept clicks. This flexibility is a huge advantage for anyone learning a new skill. Your first stop should be websites that offer structured courses. These platforms take you from the very beginning and guide you step by step through the fundamentals. They often combine video lectures, reading materials, interactive coding exercises. This mix of learning styles is very effective. Watching a video helps you understand a concept. Reading an article reinforces it, then trying it yourself in a coding exercise makes the knowledge stick. It's like a science experiment. You form a hypothesis about how the code works. You test it, and you observe the results. Beyond structured courses, video platforms like YouTube are an absolute treasure trove for learning to code. The most important part of this step is to be an active learner, not a passive one. When the instructor in the tutorial writes a line of code, you should write that same line of code. So, you've picked a language, and you've started going through some tutorials. That's fantastic. Now comes the most important, and honestly, the most fun part: building your own projects. Following tutorials is kind of like learning the alphabet. Building a project, though, is like writing your first sentence, then your first paragraph, and eventually your first story. It's the moment you move from simply repeating what you're shown to actually creating something new. This is where the real learning happens, because it forces you to solve problems on your own. Start small. Seriously, I cannot emphasize this enough. Your first project should be incredibly simple. The goal isn't to build the next big social media app. The goal is just to successfully build something. If you're learning Python, you could build a simple calculator that asks the user for two numbers and then adds, subtracts, multiplies, or divides them. Or you could create a number guessing game where the computer thinks of a number and you have to guess it. If you're learning JavaScript, you could build a web page with a button that changes the background color when you click it. These small victories are actually huge confidence boosters. As you complete these small projects, you'll inevitably run into problems. And guess what? Congratulations! You are now a real software developer. Section 6, Step 4. Practice, practice, and more practice. Learning to code is a skill, just like learning to play a musical instrument or a sport. The key to getting good at it is consistent practice. You can't expect to become a concert pianist by practicing for 8 hours one day and then not touching the piano for a month. Similarly, you won't become a proficient coder by binge-watching tutorials one weekend and then forgetting about it. The secret ingredient is consistency. Make coding a regular part of your routine. It's far more effective than sporadic, intense study sessions. Your brain needs time to form connections and absorb new abstract concepts. Try to set aside a little bit of time to code every day, or at least most days of the week. Even 20 to 30 minutes of focused practice is incredibly valuable. This regular exposure keeps concepts fresh and builds momentum. It's like exercising a muscle. A short workout every day builds strength better than one massive, exhausting session once a month. This daily habit is called coding muscle memory. The more you type out syntax and structure, the more natural it will feel. You'll start to think in code, and solutions will come more easily. One great way to practice is coding challenge websites. They provide small, bite-sized programming problems. These challenges are like brain teasers for coders. They sharpen problem-solving skills. Section 7. Your free toolkit. Awesome resources to get you started. Embarking on a new learning journey is exciting. It's even better when you have great tools that don't cost a thing. The developer community is incredibly generous and has built a vast ecosystem of free resources. You don't need to spend a lot of money to get a world-class education in coding. You just need to know where to look. These resources give you everything from full-length courses to quick answers, a complete support system. Let's look at a few categories of tools you should definitely check out. First, comprehensive learning platforms. Free Code Camp, the Odin Project, Khan Academy. Free Code Camp has thousands of hours of interactive lessons. Free Code Camp offers hands-on projects. Free Code Camp provides certifications, topics like web development and data science. The Odin Project focuses on deep understanding. It uses a project-based approach. These platforms provide a clear path to follow. That can be very helpful when you're just starting and don't know what to learn next. Next, documentation and community forums. Every major language and technology has official documentation, the ultimate instruction manual. For friendlier help, Stack Overflow. It's a question and answer site where developers help each other out. Finally, don't forget the power of video and community. YouTube is an endless source of tutorials from amazing creators. Use these free tools. Learn, build, and join the community. Section 8. Don't give up. Embracing the bumps in the road. All right, let's have a serious talk. There will be times on your coding journey when you will feel frustrated. You will feel stuck. You might even feel like you're not smart enough and that you should just give up. I'm here to tell you that this feeling is completely normal. Every single person who has ever learned to code has felt this way. It's not a sign that you're failing. It's a sign that you are challenging yourself and learning something new and difficult. Think of it as growing pains for your brain. It's the feeling of new neural pathways being forged. This feeling even has a name: imposter syndrome. It's the nagging feeling that you're a fraud and that you don't really belong, and that any minute now, everyone is going to find out you don't know what you're doing. Even experienced senior developers with decades of experience feel this way sometimes. The world of technology is so vast and changes so quickly that no one can possibly know everything. So when you feel this way, take a deep breath and remind yourself that you are a learner. It's okay not to know everything. The goal is not to be perfect. The goal is to be persistent. When you hit a wall, and you will, the best thing you can do is step away from the computer for a little while. Go for a walk, listen to some music, talk to a friend, or work on something else entirely. You'll be amazed at how often the solution to a problem will pop into your head when you're not actively thinking about it. Your brain continues to work on the problem in the background. Giving your mind a rest is not quitting. It's a strategic part of the problem-solving process. Most importantly, be kind to yourself and celebrate your small victories. Learning to code is a marathon, not a sprint. Keep track of your progress. Section 9. Your coding journey starts now. So there you have it. We've demystified the world of software development, turning it from a complex, scary term into something understandable and exciting. It's the creative process of writing instructions, code, to build the apps, websites, tools that power our digital lives. We've explored why learning this skill is so useful, not just for amazing career opportunities, but for developing a powerful way of thinking that can help you in any field. It's a superpower that lets you turn your ideas into reality. We've laid out a clear 4-step plan for you to begin. First, choose a beginner-friendly language. Python, JavaScript. Don't overthink it. Just pick one and go. Second, dive into free online courses, tutorials to guide your learning. Third, start building your own simple projects. That's where the magic of true learning happens. And fourth, make practice a consistent habit. Strengthen your coding muscles a little bit every day. This path builds a solid foundation in software development. Remember to use free resources available to you. Free Code Camp, YouTube. Don't be afraid to ask for help from the developer community. When you get stuck or feel frustrated, it's normal. Take a break. Be patient with yourself. Celebrate every small bit of progress you make. The most important qualities are not genius-level intelligence, but persistence, curiosity, the willingness to embrace challenges and learn from your mistakes. You have what it takes. Your journey starts not tomorrow, not next week, but right now. Next step, pick one of the resources we talked about. Choose a language that sounds interesting. Write your very first line of code. Hello, world. The world is waiting to see what you will build.